The financial system that we know of is changing rapidly, and if you don't pay attention, you will be missing out on a ton of money to be made. My name is Nick. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's talk about what is really happening here. The Faster Payments Council, which is a membership organization established so that Americans can safely and securely pay anyone, anywhere, at any time, and with near immediate funds availability, keeps putting out full-on reports regarding what's happening around currency, specifically cross-border payments, digital currencies, digital assets, and things like that. Now, here is a very recent post, and this is from June 3rd of this year. We have the FPC, Digital Assets Work Group, has just published its next blog on where worlds collide, currency conversion for cross-border and digital assets. Very, very interesting, right? Now, if we go back in time to May of 2023, they put out a full report regarding cross-border payments, and we have Justin, the FPC Cross-Border Payments Work Group, has published a new industry resource in the Faster Payments Knowledge Center. Now, I said, and I quoted at that time, you almost have to be blind to not be seeing what's happening around the financial system. Ripple and XRP are crucial pieces to the global financial system's puzzle. Things are aligning perfectly, and now it's only a matter of time. Those that have been a part of the XRP community doing their research and putting in the time see the vision here. The new monetary system is coming. It's not a secret. Now prepare accordingly. And this was a full report, which I do have open up in a new tab, which we will talk a little bit about more once we get to that. But we have Transforming the Way Money Moves, a special report from the U.S. Faster Payments Council and Ripple on the transformative opportunities of crypto-enabled payments and what leading providers expect next. And this fully breaks down, cross-border payments, what's happening around cross-border payments, specifically utilizing CBDCs around cross-border payments as well. Now, as we look at this new report, we have where worlds collide, currency conversion for cross-border and digital assets. And we have the FPC work groups acknowledge that there are cross-pollination opportunities for real-time payments initiatives, functions, and operations that reduce the current 2 to 3 day payments processing and settlement time to instant funds availability and targets for improvements. We have for the cross-border payments and digital assets, DOG work groups, the obvious overspill is in currency conversion requirements. Currency exchange is the process of converting one form of currency to another using an agreed upon exchange rate to facilitate cross-border transactions. The service is typically provided via a third-party currency exchange service. Very interesting. The alt season time bomb is ticking, and now is the best time to go and get your free access to 30 secret crypto gems that I personally have researched completely for you so that you can save a ton of time and make a ton of money. The link down in the description below takes you guys to this page where you can claim your free access instantly right now, free of charge. It's completely free. So what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Go and click the link down in the description below as well as in the comments below to get access now. Now, they do talk a little bit more about digital currencies and digital assets here. We have for cross-border transactions, a big component of payment processing is foreign exchange involving multiple correspondent banks and underlying in-country settlement and central banks. Not to mention the underlying or originating and beneficiary parties for digital assets. Currency conversion needs to support not only fiat foreign exchange as we know it today, but potentially exchange rates between cryptocurrencies as well. So very interesting. Now, they give us out a full breakdown of the challenges. Here we have the digital asset currency conversion workflow, how it all works. We have in mapping the process flow for digital asset currency conversion, the DOG deduced that the biggest challenges for currency conversion lie in the following areas: payment tracking, distribution, and settlement and movement of the fiat and digital currency with the FX transaction, fees and complexity of transaction, currency conversion, and rates. Now we have here that it became immediately apparent that DLT could be a game changer, transforming the way currency conversion is supported today, and thereby significantly improving the timing in which transactions are completed. And this is all around foreign exchange or the Forex market. Interesting. We're going to talk about why. But down here, we have a few things, specifically them mentioning Ripple by name, which I found very interesting. We have here the upshot predictions. We have the emergence of a global payment system for digital assets and cash is needed to eliminate settlement risk and currency conversion transactions by providing simultaneous exchange of value. Currency conversion for digital assets itself is likely to be modeled after FX. And then we also have digital asset currency conversion transactions will be supported using a digital wallet. Okay. Now, if we go to number 2, we have currency conversion for digital assets itself is likely to be modeled after FX. And this is where we see Ripple being named. We have where the conversion takes place for digital assets remains to be seen, although it is likely to be housed on DLT. Companies like Ripple, Visa, and MasterCard are likely to vie for dominance in this space. Now, what's interesting about this is, like I said, as we really look at the Faster Payments Council, we know that Ripple has been working with them for a very long time. Now, big shout out to XRP Drops, by the way, because he was the original individual that I saw put out this full, quote here. He actually highlighted the full breakdown of where Ripple was mentioned. And we have like Justin, the U.S. Faster Payments Council emphasizes that companies like Ripple, Visa, and MasterCard are likely to vie for dominance in the space of currency conversion for cross-border payments and digital assets. Now, what's interesting about this is Ripple has been working with MasterCard, if you guys do know, around CBDC initiatives. So I don't really look at MasterCard and Ripple as competitors. Visa, we know that Visa is not scalable. Like these companies like Visa and MasterCard, these two, they actually need DLT. Believe it or not, when they start scaling their payments processing network solution, it becomes a lot more costly for them as well. So although they're making more money, they're also paying more money to scale. So if they tapped into DLT, they wouldn't have to. That's why when I look at like Visa or MasterCard or even like a lot of these traditional payment names, I don't look at them as competitors to Ripple, because what Ripple is doing is night and day versus these other major companies. Now, like I said, Ripple has been working with the Faster Payments Council for a very long time. I brought up this in the original portion of this video. Within this, it's funny because they were even talking about how digital currencies could work within payments, and they even address cross-border payments as well. And we even have here, like, these are the contents within this paper. Brief overview of crypto use and payments today. Blockchain and crypto will enhance payments, speed and boost customer value. Crypto's most attractive feature, cost reduction. Enterprises gear up to support crypto payments. Crypto's environment or environmental footprint gives providers pause. Conclusion, bringing blockchain to payments. Now, within this full breakdown, we got a full summary of just what the overall use case maturity around cryptocurrency payment use would be. And here we have remittances around infrastructure, cross-border B2B payments, card payments, and digital payments. And you can see infrastructure, mainstream adoption, regulatory certainty, interoperability, and even acceptable level of risk. And it's on a 1 to 10. 10 is the green. Dark blue is like 9 on this list. Again, nothing too crazy to really kind of report on there. We do see FX being brought up in terms of conversion rates. As we do scroll down, we have 97% of respondents believe that blockchain technology and cryptocurrency will have a significant or very significant role in enabling faster payments within the next 3 years. Over 50% of the surveyed leaders believe that most merchants will accept crypto payments within 1 to 3 years as well. So again, just really highlighting the fact that like crypto is still very attractive, and it is going to be adopted by a lot of these major players because they see the full value behind it. And one of the big obstacles here around adopting blockchain-based technology for payments was just regulatory clarity. It was at 89%. Once we're out of the gate in terms of regulatory clarity, guess what? There's no slowing this technology down. It is going to be adopted at a very rapid pace. And we even have down here the full conclusion, right? 100% of respondents agree that there are benefits of blockchain and crypto and payments. Payment providers intrinsically see value in blockchain technology. When asked about the benefits associated with blockchain and crypto and payments, no respondents cited being unclear on what those are. In particular, an overwhelming majority of participants noted shifting perspectives with respect to crypto-enabled payment solutions. So they, like I said, see the value behind this. I think that's only a matter of time, honestly, until we're out of the woods with regulatory clarity and these payment methods, like utilizing XRP, for an example, get tapped in. Now, why do I bring this up? Why am I talking about it? Well, because if we go back to this full report, it was addressing FX, cross-border payments around FX. How can we tap in? Well, here we have back in 2023, Ripple's on-demand liquidity represents 90% of the $6 trillion FX market. I've talked about this on multiple occasions, guys. I've addressed it so much. We know that this market is not $6 trillion per day. It's $7.5 trillion per day from a BIS survey back in October of 2022. Why is this important to know? Well, because Ripple does have already 90% of the FX market tapped in. They're not using XRP, they're not using Ripple Tech, but Ripple does represent 90% of that market already. And we know recently on May 31st, they put out this report regarding how Ripple utilizes XRP. I did a full video on it. I broke it down, and this is all around cross-border payments, right? If we scroll down, and you don't have to scroll too much, right? It's pretty much right here. How does Ripple Payments create a frictionless experience for customers? They break down XRP and other digital assets. But here we have, for more than a decade, Ripple has worked with partners around the world to build a network that represents more than 90% of the global FX market. Given that Ripple Payments can bridge two currencies in 3 seconds with one fixed FX rate, Ripple actually reduces friction and streamlines the entire process while unlocking access to hard-to-reach markets. And again, we get a spotlight put on the FX market. Now, also, remember this post from back in August of 2022 when we saw Ripple partner up with Travelex. It's been a long time coming. Working through the regulatory process takes time, worth it, but I'm absolutely ecstatic to be in Sao Paulo as on-demand liquidity with XRP launches with one of the biggest FX providers in Brazil, Travelex Bank. And notice the highlight of on-demand liquidity with XRP launches with one of the biggest FX providers in Brazil. Even over here, we have Brazil is open for Ripple's on-demand liquidity with Travelex, our first Latin bank partner, and the first bank approved by the Central Bank of Brazil, big one, to operate exclusively in FX. We're excited to bring crypto-native solutions to Brazil. Now, as we look at this, right, why is XRP best suitable for a use case like this? Is it just because Ripple tells us, hey, like XRP is great for this, XRP is great for that? No, it's not just about that, right? Like, as we really look at the FX market, it is plagued with inefficiencies. Even down here, we have, unlike the existing correspondent banking system, Ripple Payments provides upfront pricing and FX quotes, real-time updates on payment status, and is available around the clock, including weekends, holidays, and outside of traditional bank hours. Like I said, as we look at the FX market, a lot of the issues that are plaguing this market are a lot of the ones that are mentioned here around like real-time updates. You don't really get that, right? Transparency is not a thing. It's a big issue. Not only that, but the availability. It's 5 days a week. It's not 7 days a week. Holidays also out of the picture. Like, there's a lot of problems here. You have to pertain to the traditional banking hours. You also have the risk of transactions failing. Like, there's many issues here, right? But also the cost basis. We've talked about the cost basis of using XRP. Like, as we really look at on-demand liquidity, or Ripple Payments in this case, right? And we look at this report that came out by Ripple on how they utilize XRP. Why is XRP so special? What is going on here? What kind of benefits do you have utilizing XRP? Well, it's very simple. I put out a post actually back in October of 2023, and it was regarding this image where we see the difference of the current system, right? And you can see foreign exchange, by the way. We have Ripple and XRP, low volatility XRP. Now, you can save up to 33% just using Ripple, but you could tap into almost another 10% using Ripple and XRP. And then you could tap into almost an additional 30% by tapping into Ripple and XRP with a low volatility XRP. Now, we're not going to get there immediately in terms of a low volatility XRP, because you got to remember that the price has to stabilize. We're not there yet. But I do believe that the 42% savings of tapping into Ripple and XRP is enough to say, all right, yeah, this makes sense. I need to tap into this. Because imagine how much money is thrown out the window when it comes to the FX market, which is a $7.5 trillion per day market. Imagine the risk in terms of having a transaction fail. Imagine the long, lengthy times for these transactions to settle. Like, there's a lot of problems here. So when we go back to this original viewpoint from the Faster Payments Council around cross-border payments, where worlds collide, currency conversion for cross-border and digital assets, and we even see the FX market being specifically mentioned here. Like, this is where we really kind of look at who has been at the forefront of this, who has been solving these problems for so long, who has been telling us about, being a bridge for cross-border payments. It's been Ripple. It's been Ripple this entire time. Ripple has been around for well over a decade addressing these problems, these concerns. That's why when we go back in time, when we look at who Ripple has ties to, and we look at, the players tapped in with Ripple as well, and we look at the overall network, right? The network reach is just insane when it comes to Ripple. You can clearly see the vision here. It doesn't take a lot of thought process. And again, I don't care if, somebody's out there saying why would I even hold XRP, the price this, price that? It doesn't matter to me because I do believe long-term here. And when I say long-term, I don't believe that it has to take 10 years. No, it doesn't, right? All we have to do is get out of the woods in terms of regulatory clarity, because we know that 89% of these enterprises are still waiting for regulatory clarity. Once that happens, the primary obstacle is out of the question. Now they can flood in and tap into this new world of payments through blockchain. This is going to be a game changer. And this is where I really believe Ripple stands at the forefront of becoming a very large giant tapped in with XRP, because we know XRP is the bread and butter of a lot of these major solutions that Ripple is pushing. I saw a lot of people, speculating, Ripple doesn't use XRP. They use, Tether or this or that. It's just ridiculous. XRP is still extremely valuable to the entire tech stack. All you have to do is go to cross-border payments on Ripple's website, scroll down, and you can see how valuable XRP is still for the tech stack. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the video description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.